Hello babes, welcome back to my channel. My name is Nikki for those of you who are new here, and today we are going to be doing the funnest thing I have done in a while on my channel, and that is to test out the Jaclyn Hill Volume 2 palette. It is so pretty, so gorgeous, and I have never done a video like this on my channel where I do 3 looks for one palette, but honestly I felt like if I was going to do it with any palette, it was going to be this one. This palette definitely merits it. It has so many colors, tonalities, shade range is incredible. Honestly, I give this palette a 10 out of 10. I already tried it, obviously, because I've filmed the video. So you guys will get to figure out why I like it so much, I think. Definitely. But let me just give you guys my thoughts having used it. I did kind of say at the end of the video some stuff about it, but for the most part, I think she did a really great job. And I'm super happy and impressed. And I get to say that already because I played with it a ton. So in this look, we do 3 eye looks, so stick around for that. And make sure to subscribe if you have not yet done so, and hit the little notification bell so that you guys are uploaded every single time I upload. I will definitely be doing more looks with this palette on my channel because I literally have not played with such a fun palette in a hot minute. I also do have the Tati Beauty palette, which I literally did one video and haven't touched it since because I got sick right after that. But this palette is also amazing, and I will also be doing some videos with this one. So that being said, let's go ahead and jump into this video with this palette. Okay guys, so jumping right in, I do have old makeup on and we are going to remove this in a minute. But just jumping in, I wanted to unbox this in front of you guys and I'm so excited. I'm so thrilled. So right off the bat, like just as a regular consumer, I thought the packaging was really nice and really glossy. It was really well protected in bubble wrap. So Morphe obviously pretty much does a really good job normally shipping their things. I did pay for 2-day shipping. I got it on Friday and I got here Monday, kind of around $3.40 something. So she has a really cute little message in the back, this fire red look, which we might attempt today. We'll see how I'm feeling. I mean, she just made it look so good, honestly. And then the front says Jaclyn Hill. This looks like the logo from her brand, actually. But even this, I thought it was interesting how thick this was. But it's because the palette is bubble wrapped on the inside as well, which is really great. Super protective packaging. Love that. However, I do love that this one is shiny and new. Oh my god, and now I get to open it. Jaclyn Hill Volume 2 palette. So this comes with a clear protective sheet, which I don't need. And it says, to all my loving subscribers who have supported me all these years, this one's for you. Volume 2, Jaclyn Hill. And it looks, oh my gosh, it looks beautiful. So right off the bat, Talia, Drama Queen, and Ryder Diamonds are I think are the pressed glitters. Actually, I think Empowered might be too. It looks like it has little micro glitters in it as well. But I think my attention is drawn to Talia a lot. It looks so nice. It's I feel like Drama Queen and Talia are chunkier than Ryder Diamonds for some reason. But yeah, if you cover up pretty much all of this, you get left with these neutrals up here, which is really nice. My man looks so much more neon orange than I thought it did. That's this one right here. It looks so neon orange in person. So I'm really, really excited. And of course, this one does have the names. And in person, it does look super intense. Some of the shades look really intense, but also some shades look really good and and soft and workable for every day. I want to show it to you guys next to the palette. I know a lot of people have done this, but I just wanted to show it to you guys anyway, because I want you guys to see it in my video as well. So next to each other, they're really complementary palettes, but my 2 favorite shades are probably these 2 matte ones because they're the ones I go for the most. They're Silk Cream and MFEO. Also, I literally had to tape on the little promotional sheet so that I could have the names for this palette. This one does have the names right on there, so that is super convenient if you're a consumer or you're a makeup artist or you're someone like me who does YouTube videos. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go ahead and get my face out of the way because it's not gonna be included in these videos, and then we'll jump into the eye makeup. Okay guys, so I've done my face makeup off camera because we already know everybody does their face differently, and not on that, but also we are only focusing on this palette in this video. So we're going to do 3 looks with one palette, but 2 of those looks are going to be done now, one on one eye, one on the other, to save us a little bit of time. And my eyes, some rubbing. So I'm just using the Wet n Wild PhotoFocus Concealer. I actually really love this as an eye base. I think it's so underrated as a concealer. It's really good and it's really affordable. So jumping right in, I'm just using this to clean up my brows and prime my eyelids. If you guys follow me, you know I do this a lot. And if you don't, hi. You're new here, you should subscribe. So basically I spread out the product where I want it, and then I use the like flat side of this brush to kind of pat it down. And then I take a little domed brush. This one is from Real Techniques. It is their deluxe crease brush. And I kind of get into this inner part of my eye right here and out here, and I just kind of diffuse. Okay, so I'm just going to start with a large fluffy brush, and I'm going to dip into No Joke, which is the yellow shade. So this is the shade that I kind of want to like peek through the top of this eye look. This is so yellow, holy crap. Oh my god, I was gonna say holy moly and that turned into something weird, I'm sorry. I haven't used the James Charles palette yellow in a hot minute, but that one took me a while to build up. I feel like this one is even more yellow and intense. And that is a really great colorful palette. It's definitely like a rainbow vibe. This one definitely does not have all the colors. I feel like nobody's talking about the comparison of the two, so I just wanted to point that out there. I actually do think this yellow might be more intense and like show up better. And basically I'm doing like my normal transition from inner corner to outer corner, kind of going back and forth, windshield wiper, and taking it close to the top of the brow bone, but like not quite up here. Next, I think I'm going to dip into the shade G Money. So if you look at this little quad right here, so this is the palette like straight up, but if you look at these 4 shades, I feel like they're very complementary. And so I'm going to go into G Money, which is just like matte, pukey brown. It's kind of like a caramel brown. And that is going to go down here. Oh my goodness. Hi, pigment. Hello. I didn't know how intense the shade was going to be. We're here. It's doing its thing. And then my goal is to kind of diffuse this upward. I'm going to go into Perfectionist, which is like the lightest of these 3. And I'm going to kind of put it between the brown. Oh, I actually think this looks really good. Between the brown and the yellow. Yeah, it needed that. I feel like that's actually where I should have started, but it's okay. And then I'm just going to go right back into the yellow to make sure that it's not lost. I like really want to make sure you can see it because I want this look to pull yellow. By the way, these are some of my favorite blending brushes. This is the e.l.f. Fluffy Eye Blender brush. They're like $3 to $4, I think, and you can get them at Walmart, Target, anywhere they sell e.l.f. I normally get mine at Walmart because I think they're a little cheaper than Target or Ulta. Okay, so then I am going to cut my crease. I'm going to use the same concealer. I'm going to do like a little cut crease situation. What I like to do for cut creases is apply the concealer towards the inner part of my eye, towards the bottom, look up and kind of roll my eye a little bit, because then it gives me like the area where like that's the highest point where my lid touches, and that needs to be the minimum of my cut crease. I also like to make sure that the shade starts, like the cut crease shade starts at this point in my eye because it makes your eye look bigger. And then I'm just going to take this little concealer brush I used earlier and kind of... So I'm going to take Perfectionist, which is the kind of transition shade we used. But it's in this row, it's this one right here. And I'm going to actually kind of flick this in. And then I'm also going to go in with G Money right here and do the same thing. And now for the fun part. I'm just going to take a little flat brush. By the way, none of my brushes are like truly clean. I probably should have washed my brushes before this video, but I have some alcohol in a little spray bottle, and I'm going to spray this brush to make sure that it doesn't have any other pigment on it. And also it kind of leaves it a little bit wet, but also what I'm going to do is just take like a primer spray, and I'll spray my brush probably after the first initial like dip in, because I want you guys to be able to see what the color looks like by itself, and if the brush picks it up not being like really saturated. So I'm going to go in with Talia. This feels very hard pressed, so I'm dipping in. You can see where I've already made strokes. I'm dipping in, but you see my brush is like not picking up the product. This actually happens to me with some of the Colourpop pressed glitters that are in this kind of similar formula. You see I'm picking up very, very little. See how much little I picked up? I mean, it looks pretty, but like that's the effect I'm getting with just my brush like this. So let me try wetting it a lot. Let me try that. And then if not, I'm just going with my finger. I'm actually going to lift some up. This is crazy. I'm like lifting some up with my brush like this. And then I'm going to pick it up. And that's how I am getting the majority of the product. Oh, that worked really well. I do this with the Colourpop shadow, or a few of them that I have the same issue with. I just kind of like dig my brush in a little to pick up some of the product, and it works. I love this look. I really wanted to show you guys a way to like play with some of the colors in her palette but still make a wearable look, and I think this is so it. I'm also picking up some with my finger because I just know it's going to save us some time. So I will say one thing I don't like about this is that the shade I'm in it, which is like the light highlighty shade, is got a pink pull to it, so I wouldn't use it for this look, but truly it doesn't bother me. And I know that you can't have like every kind of shade in every palette, so I think it's great that she created that shade to put in the palette, because at the end of the day a lot of us have like shimmery gold-ish champagne gold highlights. So what I'm going to use to highlight my inner corner is I'm going to use the Amrezy highlight from ABH, because it's got that like really nice champagne-y gold. I'm just going to take a little pencil brush and saturate my inner corner. Also, if you have the original Jaclyn Hill palette, you can use the shade right here, or either one of these, but this one's more metallic. This is the one I would go in with. That is the shade Beam. So if you have the OG palette, which I feel like a lot of people do, you can throw that in the crease as well. But now let's finish up this look. And I really would love to dip into something else, but I think I'm going to stick to G Money, which is this like caramelly brown, which we use. I like to keep my under eyes kind of simple. Meh, that's just me. And I'm just going to throw that in the bottom. I think I am going to throw on some eyeliner. I'm going to use my Covergirl liquid eyeliner. This is in the shade 320. And I'm just doing a really fine little line just to kind of cover my lash band. In this outer corner, I'm going to take a brown shade, hopefully. Okay, so there's actually not a brown in this palette that is like a super deep dark brown, but you can do... Like, ideally, I throw a brown to cover, a really dark brown to cover that up, but you can see there's not one in this palette, so I have the option of this one, which is pretty dark, which is the one we've been using. This is G Money, and then the black, which is Temptress, and I think I'm just going to go in with Temptress and, like, very little of it. Oh gosh, so little of it to smudge this out. And you guys can see I really didn't get any fallout from this look, which is amazing, because I was afraid that this yellow shade would have some... The shade Talia, I was afraid it would have some fallout, but it didn't, so that's great. So I'm just going to apply some mascara. Right now my favorite mascara is the Maybelline the Falsies Lashlift. This is so good. I'm just going to throw on some Falsies. The ones I'm using are the Dollar Tree lashes that I found. They are the Ioni 3D Faux Mink Lashes. These are in the style Extra Large Wispy Dramatic XL2. I did find these at the Dollar Tree. A lot of people can't find them, just a disclaimer, but I like them a lot. Okay guys, so jumping right into the next look. My eye is already primed and ready to go. I use the same primer, same technique, everything as the last one. So I want to say real quick that this palette is starting, like it starts pretty stiff, but eventually you'll be able to bend it back just like the original. It's just taking a little bit of force to do so. So I'm going to start with the color Love Handles. It's like a really corally pink. It's beautiful, honestly. Oh wow, I love this color. Oh, it pulls very pink actually. God, I love this color already. I don't think I own a color like this pretty much anywhere in my collection, and I remember when I was considering getting this palette, I was like, I probably have like all these shades somewhere in my collection, but I really don't think I have a color like this anywhere in my palettes. And I want to extend this one really far out, you know, like taking a little bit out here. So I want to go in with something orangey now. I think I'm going to take My Man next, which is this neon orange I was telling you guys about. Like, Feeling Myself I thought was more orange, but really, like, it is a true orange, but like My Man is like a peachy version of this orange, and it's like tangerine, super, super bright. Holy pigment. Oh my goodness. It's so corally pink when you're applying it. In the pan it looks more orange, but on the eye it's definitely more like a orangey pink, like a tangerine neon pink. I'm going to go back into Love Handles and kind of diffuse a little more. I only dipped into My Man I think like once, and it did all of this. So I really did want this to be a little more orange at some point. I didn't think it was going to be so pink. Here we are, it's very pink. I think I'm going to take Heart on. No wait, I might use that later with the reds. You know what, we're here. I'm going to take Heart on. This color is super pigmented. Oh, I mean honestly so many of these are that like I'm applying them and I'm like, oh, I didn't think this could get crazier, and here we are. Also, this is another one of my favorite blending brushes. This is from Wet n Wild. It's just like a standard kind of fluffy brush as well. and I get these at the Dollar Tree. I really do feel like I want a pop of orange in there, so I'm going to take Feelin' Myself, just a little, and kind of throw it up here. And I can, like, it's subtle, but I can see the orange. Oh, and now it's less subtle. Hello. Okay, guys, next I'm going to take the shade Crazy, and it is right next to Temptress. It is a super dark, oh, not my thumb, this one right here, this finger. It's a super cranberry dark color. It's super, I don't know if my camera's picking that up. It's very dark. It's like almost brown, but it's oh my god, it's like a dark wine color. It's a dark wine color. Good grief. Every time I apply a color, I'm like, oh, shocked at the color pigment payoff. I don't know why. So what I'm doing in this lower part of my eye is patting, and then up here I'm kind of swiping it and making it do one of these. And I'm not taking this one all the way to the inner corner. Also, I do have my previous brushes, so I'm just going to make sure that's really well blended. Okay, so I really should have been filming this, but I thought it was going to be a regular cut crease. So I did the same technique where I put it down here, looked up, wiggled my eye a little bit, and then I'm just going to redo the motion for you guys. I'm using the same concealer, by the way, the Wet n Wild one. And I took it a little higher than normal, was patting, and then here I literally just went swoop. And I don't know why. I've never done this before, but my hand just did it. Like, I wasn't even thinking, it just went, and I was like, that's what we're doing. That's fine. Okay. I literally don't know what happened. Sometimes you get carried away with makeup and like you're just playing. And I wanted to do a different style of cut crease, something really fun, and that's where we ended up. And now I'm going to take the shade A Moment, which is like a neon purple. Oh, this is just a shimmer. Oh, but it's so pretty. Okay, this did pick up really well, you can see. So this is going in my inner corner. I'm actually going to focus it less right in the inner corner and starting kind of here, like in the third of the inner corner, because I'm going to clean my brush off a little bit and go into I'm In It, which is the white, but like it has this, if you guys have seen this palette online, you've seen it. It has like this shift to it. So I'm going to pop. Wow. Okay, I didn't think I'd like this shade that much, but I think with the purples, it's like really, it brings the, I don't know, it brings like the wow factor. It's so pretty. Okay, so now going back into A Moment, and I'm going to do like an ombre shimmer lid. So next I'm going to take A Good Place, which is, this is the A Moment shade, and now we're going to go to A Good Place, being that nice and low. And then in this little section, I'm going to take, I don't know. I was thinking about going back into I'm In It, but also maybe Bougie? Is that weird? Bougie? So see, like, these are some of the, like, pinkier shimmer shades. I was thinking of going in with Bougie right here. Let's try it. Why not? If I hate it, we'll figure something else out. I love it. Oh my god. Ooh, this is so fun. Okay, Bougie, here we go. And I'm just taking, like, the slightest bit of it. Bougie is this one right here. I think it actually is one of the pressed glitters. Maybe it just doesn't look like it, or really, it's just, it could just be like a really nice shimmer. I don't know. It's like super intense and shiny on my eyelid. Okay, and then I'm going to take just like a little flat, not like flat, a little circular brush. And I'm going to go into I'm In It to highlight my inner corner. It's like a reflective pink. God, that is so pretty. Okay, so now I'm going to take a little bit and I'm going to do some winged eyeliner, kind of following this shape, using the same Covergirl eyeliner. Okay, jumping back in, I am going to take my sponge and press it into the bottom of my eye, because sometimes I find that when I like bake a little bit, it becomes really difficult to blend colors on the bottom of my eye. So I'm going to take the shade Crazy again. It's the super deep dark wine color that we used right next to the black, and that is going to go along the bottom of my eye. I'm also going to kind of like drag it underneath the wing right here. I do want to like bring this down a little. So I'm also going to go to the shade Oh Hello, which is how she said to say it. I really like this shade actually. Wow, it's really intense. Okay, and now y'all know the drill. I'm going to put on some falsies. I'm actually popping open the same eyeliner I used before, but in the purple shade. Ulta had a sale on these a while back, and so I bought like my favorite colors of them, and this is like a pale purple. This is the shade boop, boop, Vivid. Oh, it's so pretty. Okay guys, same deal. This is the purple in the waterline. I think it complements the purples up here really nicely. I love this look. It's very avant-garde for me, but I love it. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply some falsies and we'll be right back. Okay guys, so I'm back. Eyes are finished. I did throw on a nude lip. Let me tell you guys what's on my lips because I feel like I'm gonna get a lot of questions about it. I have the LA Girl Perfect Precision Lip Liner in the shade Cafe. It's like my staple nudie brown lipstick and it's super affordable. Then I also have the e.l.f. Beautifully Bare lipstick in the shade Touch of Nude. It is a really nice nude lipstick. It's not super full coverage, but it's really nice to have something on your lips. It's really moisturizing. And then over top, I have the Colourpop So Juicy Lip Gloss in the shade She's Here. It's such a nice gloss. It's super glossy. So there's that. Honestly, I love both of these looks equally. They are just super, super different. I would probably wear this one obviously on a more everyday basis and this one for I don't even know what, but it is just so pretty. And I actually really like the way it looks with my red nails because this little pop of orange up here really gives me like, I just love it. It's so pretty. So these are the first two looks. I hope you guys enjoy it. Let me know out of the yellow and purple which one is your favorite down below. I'd really love to know. And yes, oh my goodness, I'm so obsessed. They're so pretty. I will insert some clips of me here just showing them off because honestly I'm obsessed. God, I don't want to take it off. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. Hi guys. So I cleaned up my eyes. I was ready to go. I started doing something here and it was a fail, and then I tried to fix it and then got worse. So the only reason I'm coming on here with my eye looking busted is so that I can tell you guys that the Not My Journey shade, this deep purple down here, you really need to make sure that if it's gonna be, like if you're doing like anything with it, you have to apply that shade first while your base is still tacky, rather than, like basically I put all these eyeshadows on and then kind of realized that any tackiness that was on my eye was completely gone. And so I have a ginormous patch of poo here. Then I went over it with some concealer, so I have a patch of really intense pigment here. So I'm gonna take this off and we'll try something else, but I wanted to be really transparent with you guys and show you that I messed up, and also kind of give you guys like a pointer on the Not My Journey shade, because normally purples are really difficult to work with, but I think this was genuinely just me like messing up the process. So I'm gonna take this off and we'll try again. Okay guys, we are here to finish the last eye look, or to do it. I did one eye off camera on this one because after the last mishap that I had, I was like, I can't. So we're here. This is what the final eye looks like, and I think this one is my favorite. It gives me such summer festival fun flirty vibes. So let's get into it. So like I said, I've already primed my lid. It's good to go. And oh boy. So we're gonna start again with the shade No Joke, the nice yellow intense shade, and this is gonna go all over the edges of the eye. It kind of gets lost a little bit, and you can always like, I could intensify it and just go over the edges again, but honestly like it's good. Yeah, and when I was first applying it I was like, do I really want to do this? Is this what's happening? Am I sure? Because after last little mishap I had, I was so unsure of anything. And then I jumped in with Feeling Myself, and that goes right below. And I'm going in windshield wiper motions because we are doing a halo eye. Okay, so next I believe I picked up Comfort Zone and then Home Body. So Comfort Zone is one of those really nice transition shades that she included in the palette, and I'm kind of running Comfort Zone between the orange and the yellow. Then I did have to go back in with Feeling Myself and back in with No Joke, the yellow. Okay, so at this step I literally was like, okay, now what? And then I jumped into Dance Party and I was like not sure if that was the right decision, but that's what I did. And then I started to blend. Actually, I did forget, with the same brush I took a little bit of Heart On. Oh my god, you really have to enunciate that one. And I'm putting that one in the middle here because it has a little bit more of an orangey tint to it. That's going there, and then going back in with Dance Party. I think Dance Party has to be one of my favorite shades in this palette. It is a true fuchsia pink and I love it. I'm so here for it. Then see how this looks too pink right here? I'm gonna go back in with Feeling Myself and pop that right here. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing. Also, by the way, guys, I'm not dipping this onto my eye anymore. I think I did with the first look, but I'm not doing that anymore because, honestly, the shades got... Like, with the yellow, it was fine because it was kind of a neutral look, but pretty much after that, things got very colorful and intense, so I gave up on that. So, see, now I have, like, a nice definitive line as to where I'm going to place this color. And I want to make sure that it matches the other eye and that it's round enough. And then what I did was I extended the corners of it, but then kind of started patting in the middle. So then what I did here is, because this is a halo eye, I want the edges to blend nicely. And so I used my finger, and you could use a brush like this one. Actually, I'll just go ahead and do it. It'll just get dirty, but you can kind of just like tap the sides. So here's the fun part, how I got this, because there's really like, this is a lot of different stuff going on. So I went with Tipsy Girl, which is a super neon pink right here. I love it. I love it. Lolly Mama is a little bit more muted, but Tipsy Girl is like, bam. So then on the edges, I took Tipsy Girl. I packed it right in the center bottom of the lid, and also took it to the sides a little. I kind of took it up just slightly. I'm going to go back in with Dance Party and kind of make sure everything is like really well blended together. But now we're going to go in with Rider Diamonds, which I thought was going to be like not super intense, to be honest. But that's what I have here, and I think that honestly in this palette, I think the shimmers are so much better than that of the first palette. The shimmers in this one are incredible, and because it does have that like shimmer glitter effect, I put it right on the edge. It really is so much easier when like the tip of your brush is nice and wet, and like, so how I'm getting the color at the very tip of the shade is I'm kind of pressing upwards like this. Okay, and see how it like gets the product exactly where I need it to be. And then I can kind of extend the cut crease. And it gives me like this really pretty little half moon effect, which I love. With this shade, I think it's almost essential to wet your brush, not because it won't pick up, but I mean maybe, I haven't really tried it without it, but because I think it really gives you this like wow factor effect once you do. And then down here, I'm just kind of like patting, swiping a little, and then bringing it to the center of the eye. Kind of like if you were doing, like if you saw like the moon on a lake or something, doing that. And then same brush, I'm going to go with I'm In It. I didn't realize how much I would absolutely love this shade. And I'm just tapping that in the center as well, and then kind of diffusing it. I just really did not expect to love this shade as much as I am loving it. Alright, so that is the top. I did put some black eyeliner on the top here, but let's just go ahead and do the bottom lash line while we're here. So I did take my sponge and press it on my lower lash line. And the first thing I did was take some yellow. And I really liked, look how low I put it. I literally just like smacked it on there. Not very precisely, to be honest. And then I took the Morphe Y18 brush, and it kind of has like a flat edge to it. And so what I did was I took Positivity, because I hadn't used it yet, and I thought it'd be nice under the eye right here. And it kind of like matches the vibe of this. So I did go in with some eyeliner on the bottom of my eye, and that is the same brand. This is the LA Girl Shockwave Neon Liner. And this one, it actually says lip liner, but use them for whatever you want. I'm putting them in my eye. This one's in the shade Pop. I'm just putting this one in the waterline. I feel like these eyeliners really bring this look together, and they're super affordable, so if you haven't bought one yet, do go try them out. Sometimes Ulta even has sales on LA Girl products. And then I'm just going to do a little line to cover up any random concealer and my lash band. And then also on the inner corner, I totally forgot, but I took the shade I'm In It, the same little pinky highlight shade, and I think that this really brought it together here. And I just popped this on the inner corner here. And now what I'm going to do is just pop on my lash and pop on some more mascara on the lower lash line, and we'll be all done. Alright guys, so this is the finished look. I am obsessed with this one. I think it definitely has got to be my favorite. I love it. It's so colorful and fun, and I'm just obsessed. Definitely glad I did this look on both eyes. I really love it. I cannot wait to take some pictures in it. I just want to give you guys my final thoughts. Honestly, this is a gem. I love it. I like it more than the first one. If she came out with something like this, with those colors, with these formulas of the shimmers, I'd be all for it. Like a whole another one, I'd totally buy it, like another one. However, now that I have both, I think I have everything I have ever really wanted in an eyeshadow palette. I think that if you want a palette that is colorful but you are still very much a neutrals girl, this is totally for you because you have all of these neutrals if you want an everyday basis situation. You have a black, you've got some darker mauve tones to darken some looks up. Like there are definitely some neutral tones in here and some warm tones. And then you have all of these like really fun pops of color, so you can do so many looks. Obviously I've kind of demonstrated that. And yes, I played with almost all of them. And definitely at least one of every texture in this video. So I can definitely say I have a good idea of what this palette is like and how it performs. The only shade that gave me a little bit of trouble was Not My Journey, and even that was like really minuscule, and I actually think it was my fault. So I'll try to get another one, but I think that Dance Party and Not My Journey should have performed the same, and Dance Party was great on my eyes. So I think that was all me. Also, I love the packaging, and I love that I could like force it closed this way. It was just very helpful. But yes, overall I love it. I'm super impressed. I hope you guys enjoyed the looks I created, and let me know what you guys think down below. I definitely think this is my favorite look out of all of them. I just think it is so fun and pretty, and I'm just obsessed. So, and I did use the same lashes, by the way, the Ioni ones from the Dollar Tree, So yeah guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave me some love down below, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye guys!